Are you planning to fail in 2016? You may say, don't be ridiculous, Faisal. Who plans to fail? Yet, if you fail to plan, you're planning to fail. This is often attributed to Benjamin Franklin. So let me ask you the question in a slightly different way. Do you have a personal development plan for 2016? Did you have one for 2015? Just look at all the changes happening around you. There are social, technological, and economic changes happening that are virtually forcing you to constantly improve and develop yourself if you want to stay competitive. So personal development is no longer optional. It's coming closer to the end of 2015. Soon you will be talking about holidays, festive season, overindulging, and those New Year resolutions. So I want to get in early and ask you some difficult questions. Do you have a personal development plan in place? How effective are you executing that plan? Is question 2 irrelevant because you answered no to question 1? I've asked so many people these questions and most could not move on to question 2 as the answer to question 1 was no. This fascinates me as we live in such a dynamic and changing world where personal development is so important for job security, promotions, increases, changing jobs, sustainable businesses, better relationships, better grades, and so much more. I've therefore put together a series of short videos to help you put a personal development plan in place so that you could make 2016 your best year ever. My idea is to provide you with a colorful, interactive and beautiful personal development plan based on sound principles that provides you with a one-page overview of your development plan for 2016. Unlike other plans, this is a single mind map that maps your development for 2016 so that you have everything visible on one page. You can do this even if you are not an expert mind mapper, as I will be giving you a simple mind map template to fill in. Mind maps are commonly used for note-taking and memory, and many use it while studying at school or university, but ditch them when entering the workplace or going into business. Yet mind maps have so much more to offer. I'm passionate about using mind maps to make you more effective at work, in business, in your education and in your personal life. In fact, I'm so passionate about this that I've been publishing Using Mind Maps magazine, a free magazine on Apple's App Store and the Google Play Store for more than 2 years now. Some of the best mind mapping minds and software vendors have published articles in Using Mind Maps magazine on applying it in various aspects of life. If you haven't done so already, get your monthly dose of mind mapping strategies for free by subscribing to the magazine today. Now listen up. I would like to take just a few minutes of your time to talk about helping you make 2016 your most successful year ever. Job security and financial security is based more and more on acquiring new skills and learning new things. Also, promotions, increases, and interesting work are given to those who are willing to grow and develop, and especially to those who have demonstrated their growth and development. Even businesses are not static anymore. You have to constantly think of acquiring new business knowledge and skills, even new business models. If you do not put a plan in place to do some or all of these, you may be left behind and go the way of the dodo and become extinct. If you already have a personal development plan in place, then you may leave right now. But if you go further, this may be the best decision of your life. I would like you to think about the following 3 roles: the worker, the person doing the work, the manager, the person managing the workload, and the entrepreneur or visionary, the person coming up with new ideas. You are most likely performing one of these roles, or you may be a student, effectively working on your way to fulfilling one of these roles. You could even be doing all 3 roles, especially if you have a small business. Some people see this as hierarchical, where one progresses from worker to manager to entrepreneur or visionary. But this is not necessarily the case. A seasoned professional could remain in the worker role forever. Example, a heart surgeon may continue to do surgery until retirement, and that's okay. Yet the surgeon still needs to keep developing knowledge and skills until he or she finally calls it quits. Now, I've been lucky to have progressed through all 3 roles. I started as a worker and gained lots of experience before moving into management, where I also spent many years. Recently, I ventured into the entrepreneurship role, which took me on a whole new path altogether. Throughout this journey, two things were constant. One, I had a plan in place. Two, I used mind maps to help me execute my plan. Initially, my plan was very informal. I used to simply create a rough mind map of what I wanted to achieve in the short term. While I had a big idea, it wasn't always well documented and well executed. I knew instinctively that I needed more. Then I decided to get expert advice. I spoke to my wife Jasmine, who is an industrial and organizational psychologist, and she gave me a competency-based personal development pyramid. I then took this and put it into a simple mind map. By doing this, I was able to easily identify my strengths and focus on the knowledge, skills and behavior I wanted to change. The result is the ability to quickly create a beautiful, competency-based personal development plan. Now, I want to ensure that you also have a plan in place based on sound principles, yet it's easy to learn, simple to use and produces fast results. In the next piece of training, I will take you through the framework and give you a template that you could download and use to create your own personal development plan. I will also give you advice on how to use the template. So in the meantime, start thinking about what you would like to achieve in 2016. Think of areas of your life that you would like to improve. Also, think of areas where you're falling behind so that you are a bit better prepared for the next video. Now, this may not be for you. You may have a plan in place and may be happy with your plan. Or you may feel that you do not need to develop yourself. That's okay, you don't have to watch further. But if you feel that your plan is lacking or non-existent and that you deserve more in life, or you would like to achieve even more than you are currently achieving, then listen up, because what I'm about to show you is definitely for you. I've also put together a program or system to help you execute your plan effectively. What sense is there in having a plan if you don't know how to execute the plan? I'm launching this now as Christmas and the New Year are only a few weeks away, but there's enough time to formulate your plan before the New Year sets in. Spend the time now to put your plan together. You will be armed with the correct toolset and mindset to make 2016 your best year ever. You owe it to yourself and your family to achieve your full potential, and the best way to do this is to be in charge of your own development. Nelson Mandela, despite living under terrible conditions while incarcerated for 27 years, lived it beautifully based on the following quote from the poem Invictus: "I am the master of my fate. I am the captain of my soul." This has served as an inspiration for me and could do the same for you. You too could be the master of your own destiny. One last thing before I sign off. Please let me know what you think. Tell me about your own plans. What do you have in place? You can comment directly below the video or you can email me. I would really love to hear your thoughts.